Hi and welcome. At Perrinepod, we began 3 years ago to evolve the simple idea into a powerful industrial concept delivering near-instant, sustainable, storm-resistant housing that is simply beautiful. A concept that surely captures the zeitgeist, the spirit of this age: affordability, sustainability, equity, and of course, style.
In the backlots of this industrial estate, an oasis of style. It's called the Perrinepod, a prefabricated house that can be built within days. Energy efficient, earthquake proof and featuring all the mod cons, they can also be stacked up to 30 stories high. Priced from just over $100,000, the pod's seen as part of the solution to WA's housing affordability crisis.
The Department of Housing Works is looking very seriously at the Perrinepod. We think it offers a very innovative product and may particularly prove useful in terms of our needs in the Pilbara and Kimberley.
There's extra pressure now on public housing because of this government's failure to meet the need for land for people to build their own homes.
But welfare groups can see the potential to slash the waiting list for public housing.
Very interesting to see that this type of housing is now being considered by government as part of the social housing mix. I think we do need to see innovative and new approaches to getting more affordable housing into the supply mix for public and community housing.
The state government is considering trialling the pod for its regional workers. Rob Newton, 10 News.
Across Western Australia, Perrinepod has now delivered individual homes, motels, multi-storey, multiple occupancy and commercial solutions. We've done this for government bodies, individuals and the world's largest miner, BHP Billiton. In one of the most remote and climatically challenging locations in Australia, Perrinepod was entrusted by BHP Billiton to deliver its new generation of residential worker accommodation. In a little over 6 months, Perrinepod delivered the benchmark of sustainable housing for Western Australia's northwest, bettering industry best practice times by a staggering 60% or around 12 months earlier than any comparable option. All of this was done by a remarkably small workforce that did not significantly impact on the already fragile accommodation structure and infrastructure of the region. The Perrinepod methodology involves remarkably robust materials erected in remarkably fast times. We use only the very best products that are sustainable over decades. We measure the lifetime of a building by its generational qualities rather than just merely years. Perrinepod is much, much more than just prefab. Nowhere is this better illustrated than in North Perth, and in one of the premier locations in that suburb, we delivered this remarkable house using Perrinepod technology. The residence embodies everything that is important for the sustainability of our community's housing aspirations. The delivery of fast, high quality, sustainable and environmentally friendly and spatially equitable housing. The beauty of the product is there for all to see, and I hope that you enjoy these images. Across the globe, Perrinepod is reaching out to communities in faraway places, in remote Australia and offshore to South Africa, India, Thailand and Kuwait. We're doing so with some of the world's best practice options for the delivery of housing, with a vertically integrated benefit cycle of local employment, affordable housing, equity and sustainability. Perrinepod has developed a suite of products that suit almost every environment and every circumstance. And it does so with equity. And it does so in the spirit of this age, that we should foster equity, sustainability, and beauty. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to being of assistance with your project. I'm Jean-Mick Perrine for Perrinepod.